It is hard to comprehend the idea that a large percentage of American consumers actually believe that chocolate milk comes from brown cows. The sad reality is, statistics prove this and many similar statements to be true. Last year, an online survey that was commissioned by the Innovation Center of the U.S. Dairy found a frighteningly low agricultural literacy among Americans. 16 million people are in agreement that chocolate milk comes from brown cows. Additionally, 40% of California's 4th, 5th, and 6th graders didn't know that hamburgers come from beef cattle. Other consumers consider orange juice to be our nation's most popular fruit. On the other hand, French fries and potato chips are found to be the nation's most popular vegetables. This is a major issue for the future of America's agricultural industry. This dilemma must be addressed immediately in order to preserve our country's most noble and essential professions. Agriculture plays an important role in everyday aspect of our lives. It is vital that our American population is knowledgeable about where their food comes from so that they are prepared to combat the curse when they see celebrities and influence pushing misinformation about the industry that feeds the country. U.S. consumers should not only know where their food comes from, but who grows it. Additionally, all citizens should understand agriculture's effect on the economy, environment, technology, and lifestyle. Every day, we are constantly seeing advertisement for food companies telling us how we should feel about eating their products. Consumers have had more information at their disposal than ever before, yet there remains a disconnect between farm and fork. Ultimately, our country has become agriculturally illiterate, meaning that a mass majority of our population does not understand how the ag industry works. For example, not knowing how crops are grown, being aware of the effect of agricultural industry on the environment, technology, and society, or simply not knowing where an egg comes from. Many U.S. consumers believe that agricultural is traditional, pulling a plow and a mule across a plot. But according to Auburn University, today agriculture is a major source of the latest technology and scientific advances across the U.S. Another opinion in society is that GMOs are detrimental to your health, but agriculture says that genetic modification is nothing new. Auburn University reports genetic modification done in lab today is simply a more controlled and efficient way of doing the same thing. It is making our food sources safer by helping them fight diseases and pests, which are the real threats to our food supply. When asked about their impressions of consumers, 86% of farmers and ranchers responded that the average consumer has little to no knowledge about modern farming and ranching. And about 58% felt that consumers have completely inaccurate perception of farming and ranching. Their top priorities for what they want to consumers to better understand are the effect of pesticides, fertilizers, antibiotics on food, where food comes from in general, proper care of livestock and poultry, the effect of government regulations on farming and ranching, and the economic value of agriculture. Most Americans are now at least 3 generations removed from the farm. Thus, we can understand why Americans have lost their understanding and perception of the agricultural industry, and it is no surprise that farmers often feel misunderstood and under attack in the public eye. Thus, there is an urgent need to bridge this disconnect. Efforts like Farm to Table movement, farmers markets, community gardens, and foodie culture are moving in the right direction to create more understanding for consumers and connect them to the sources of their food. Social media blogs and online agricultural influencers can also be utilized to help consumers make this connect. Social media platforms such as Women in Ag on Instagram, Farm Babe, who is a popular account on Facebook, and podcasts such as Farm to Table Talk can be used to educate all generations on importance and effect of agriculture. So how do we guarantee that the consumers have a clear understanding of where their food comes from and how crucial the ag industry is for everyone's future? The answer is simple. We start in the classroom and educate consumers at an early age. Some might argue that implementing agricultural education in the classroom might hinder other students from advancing in their education, which is not catered towards the agricultural industry. As agricultural supporters, we understand that our industry encompasses science and math and hands-on application of real-world skills, educating our young people, the leaders of tomorrow, about the agricultural industry is an essential step in moving forward. Implementing agricultural education in the classroom starting at young age will drastically improve agricultural literacy among citizens. Encouraging the generation to become more knowledgeable about the agricultural industry and its opportunities will increase the numbers of agricultural leaders in the future. Being agriculturally illiterate and reconnecting with the concept of farm to fork is a great way to combat the curse that society has had us under for so many years and ensure that the future generations are ready to take their place in the industry that feeds this nation.